What's up, guys? Joyization here. I just wanted to do an update on Let There Be Flight because I do have some installation tutorials up that are having people commenting that it's broken because it is. Basically, whenever there's a big patch, it breaks mods, and you have to update the mod itself and all its dependencies to get the mod working again. And your game will basically be in an unplayable state until those dependencies and everything are up to date, unless you uninstall the mods. Now, thankfully, all the dependencies are perfectly stable and fine. Like, you can play your game with the dependencies installed. So all you really have to do if you want to get the game working after you've tried to get Let There Be Flight working and it's not, is delete the Let There Be Flight mod folder, which is in Red 4 extension plugins Let There Be Flight. So where you'd go is your Cyberpunk root directory, Red 4 extension, plugins, and in here just delete that Let There Be Flight folder, and you can just play the game while waiting for the proper update, because right now there was an update about 5 days ago. He's working on it, but it's still an alpha build, meaning it's very unstable, and you can get 5 minutes of playtime and then it crashes and it won't even launch anymore. So after you've deleted that, if you're coming from a much older game version and you haven't done any modding recently and you're just coming back to the game, I would also recommend going into R6 cache and delete the modded folder. But that wasn't necessary for me. I've been playing, just one patch version ago, and it's really just that. But that's if your game still won't launch. Otherwise, you've got another mod installed that is still broken, and you have to figure out which mod it is. There's actually a batch file you can search mod uninstaller that'll remove all mods, but I won't get into that. You can just search it on the Nexus mods. Now, I'll just show you the game working, and I'll also show you my immersive driving, which input loader has been updated, and immersive driving is also working perfectly fine, because there were a few people also posting on that mod saying that it's broken, and it's because input loader was broken. So let me turn the sounds down. This is a bit too loud. It's gonna drown out my talking. And I'll just show you that my game's loading fine, and I've got other mods installed. Like if I go in here, you can see them in Red 4 extension plugins. It's the dependencies, and I don't think I have any major mods installed, so that's not an issue. It's just skip intro mod. So anyway, I'll show you immersive driving really quick, and this will just be like a 5-minute video because I have moved to a remote location in the mountains, and I'm using a long-range antenna for internet. So I've got like 30 Mbps download, but my upload is only like 5 Mbps at best. So this video will probably take me like over an hour to upload. So anyway, this is immersive driving. What it does is it adds modifiers and changes the values for the mouse and keyboard input for PC, which previously you could only hope to get control like this with a controller because of the thumbsticks, how they can be gradually pressed. So what it does is W becomes a slow acceleration, as you can see, and then if I brake, shift becomes fast acceleration, so like sprinting. So it's very intuitive the way, like if you played other games with shift, and it's easy to pick up, and you can use them together. You can be using W, you're cruising along, accelerating slowly, and then you press shift with it, and you'll start to pick up speed. And if you want to pick up speed faster, let go of W and just use shift by itself. And you can see here I'm accelerating fairly fast as the car will let me. And then if you're cruising along and there's a traffic light, this is why it's immersive driving. If you're cruising along and you know that you got to slow down up ahead, you let go of your input and press control, and it'll downshift and slowly decelerate. Okay? And then I'll pick up speed again, and if you're going fast like on a highway, you can use your mouse 5 button, which will set you to a cruise control. Like it'll slow down the acceleration speed, not completely but pretty close. So I can be going along at 140, I press mouse 5, it'll stabilize at 145, and it'll also have my turning value so I don't accidentally turn too sharp. I can just turn slightly, and then if I let go of mouse 5, I'm back to normal turning value, and I'll start picking up speed again like normal. So you got to play with it. You can use W plus shift plus mouse 5, and you can basically just vary your acceleration speeds to your liking, and it basically becomes intuitive as you use the mod more and more. And then if you try to go back to vanilla driving, you'll really know the difference. So the other thing is the cruise control. If I'm going with W as well, it also works at low speed. So I'm going, I'm just using W by itself. I'm going up to 50, then I press the cruise button, which is mouse 5, and it'll start accelerating slower. And I can let go of that W, and it'll just hold, for example, wait, I'll slow down a bit. I'll go to 50, and then I'll let go of W and hold my mouse 5, and you can see we're just losing speed very slowly. And what that lets you do is it lets you, you know, enjoy the scenery. Maybe you're doing a gameplay video or something, some cinematic video, and you can just kind of set your cruise to a speed that you won't hit the traffic in front of you. But then you can also W up to say 60 and then let go and press it again and do the same thing. Like, it works at higher speeds too. Or I can use W plus mouse 5 at 66, and I'm literally just holding, like, you can see how slowly it's picking up speed. Which, in vanilla controls, you're just stuck accelerating if you hold down an acceleration button. So yeah, you can see those turning values as well with the mouse 5 pressed. I can make smoother turns into slip lanes and things like that. I can follow the road much better. And it looks smooth when you do it. Like, it's not like, you know, the normal controls, like you try to follow something and you just press that, you're already like off axis of whatever you were trying to follow. So if I just want to move over this lane, you can do it with the stock controls like that, but it's very dramatic. And with the mouse 5, I can just kind of creep over into the next lane. It's much cooler, and it works at highway speed too. Like, I'm using shift to accelerate, and then I can just change lanes very smoothly. So yeah, that mod's still working, and I hope this video helps you out. Have a good one, guys. Bye.